What's up, bitches? I've had to re-record this like 10 times. I swear if I have to do it again, I'm gonna lose my shit. So, in today's video, we're talking about the new Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'm a little late getting to this one, but it's alright. The Not So Super Mario Bros. Movie. Oh boy. I should get a 1-up for finishing this movie. I mean, that's pretty much how I felt after watching it. So I purchased the film on Blu-ray for about $22, and to be honest, I'm happy that I did it this way because if I were to taken my family to see the movie, it would have been pretty expensive and a giant waste of money. So I feel like I made a smart decision doing it this way. To say I'm disappointed is accurate. I'm not impressed with the movie, and here's a hot take. The 1993 film Super Mario Bros. Was a more fun and interesting adaptation of Nintendo's IP, even if Bob Hoskins was a drunken bastard the whole time while making the film. Like, what a complete bitch. They really tried to take care of this guy by putting him in a big house and making sure, like, his needs were met while making the film, and all he did was complain and shit on the movie after it came out. What a fucker. The movie itself, I'm not saying that movie was good. The movie's a disaster in and of itself, but that speaks to how poorly Nintendo and Illumination handled the new film. This video does contain spoilers, so if you have not watched the movie yet, then I'm going to kindly ask you to fuck off. Last chance, bitches. Alright, if you're still here, then hold on to your butts and let's fuck this bitch up. So, if you don't know, the movie was created by Illumination Animation Company, who is owned by NBC Universal and co-owned by Universal Pictures. The company is responsible for the Despicable Me franchise and all the Minions spin-off movies. They are a competent company, and it makes sense to why Nintendo would choose them to animate the movie because of the success of their other projects. Now, for anyone who really liked this movie, don't send the angry mobs just yet. I will give credit where credit is due. The animation obviously is well done. The film is beautiful. I like the world for the most part with a few grievances, and I will get to that. I really like the animation of all the characters, and I do mean every single one of them. Even the animals in the first scene of the Mushroom Kingdom, when they're world building, it was done really well. The Yoshis that you see running in a herd when Princess Peach and Toad and Mario are making their journey to the Kong-controlled region. I would have really liked to have seen more Yoshi in this movie, but unfortunately, we don't get that. No, sir. And in all reality, we get a whole lot of nothing. We got hardly anything that would have made this movie great. I'm having a hard time describing how I feel after watching this movie. So much was missed and left out. Choices were made that I just can't wrap my head around. I'm not even going to blame Illumination. I'm going to blame Nintendo. I never felt invested in the characters of this movie. Chris Pratt, who voiced Mario, Charlie Day, who voiced Luigi, Anya Taylor-Joy, who voiced Princess Peach, and Jack Black as Bowser, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and Keegan-Michael Key voiced Toad. All the actors are successful in the industry. They brought nothing to their respective characters. They added nothing that made me want to give a fuck about what they were doing in the story. I want to touch a little bit on each one of the characters in this story and give you a little insight on why I feel this way. My favorite performance has to be Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. The movie really just falls flat on its face like they slipped on a banana when it comes to the comedy in this movie. Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong was the most interesting and well-developed character in the story, while at the same time being the only thing funny about the film. Chris Pratt delivers a good enough job that I'm not upset about his casting as Mario. When initially I doubted this decision by Nintendo to cast him to be the voiceover of their most beloved and well-known video game character on the entire planet. Anya Taylor-Joy really makes for a good decision as Princess Peach, and she does a really good job and sounds like the true voice of what Princess Peach would actually sound like in real life. Charlie Day as Luigi as well. Charlie Day.
Pepe Sylvia. This name keeps coming up over and over again. Every day, Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia.
Charlie Day is a personality, not so much an actor. And in all his movies, he's the same guy. I love him in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is one of my favorite shows. Horrible Bosses was a smash and a true knee slapper where I cried, laughed the whole time. But when you look at all the movies he's done over the past 10 years, it's just the same old Charlie Day. And with that, the character is forgettable and adds nothing to the story. Speaking of forgettable characters, the story itself is forgettable. The plot is forgettable, and Mario literally forgets about Luigi and fails to remember that Luigi is actually in peril. Before I get into that a little deeper, let me just touch on the characters a little more. Holy shit, I don't want to go off on a tangent. I want to stay somewhat organized with my views on the film. So, with Jack Black as Bowser, it's good. It's not great, like Tony the Tiger says, but it's good. Not much to note, but Jack brings in that Tenacious D vibe, even though it's not really how I pictured Bowser being, like as this metalcore rock villain, but it works somehow, and it's really just credit to Jack Black and what he can offer to any character. If anything, Bowser just wasn't written in a way for Jack Black to really deliver that King of the Koopa vibe, and it never really felt like Bowser was much of a threat to the main characters of the story, and it was really just a missed opportunity for Bowser's character and by Nintendo. Toad, who was voiced by Keegan-Michael Key, provides a very basic performance, and as Toad, it's really just as forgettable as the plot of the story. Yeah, this story fucking sucks.
No, because it fucking sucks!
Nothing is happening. Spoiler time! So if you didn't fuck off like I told you to do earlier, it's too late. If I wanted to, I could sum up what happens in this movie in less than a minute, but I'm gonna drag it out. Bowser is a threat to the entire world that is not even called anything. Mario and Luigi are plumbers trying to start their own business because the guy they worked for before has small dick syndrome.
Well, if it isn't Brooklyn's favorite failures, the stupid Mario Brothers.
To prove themselves, Mario and Luigi adventure out to fix a pipe that's broken that affects the Brooklyn proper. But instead they find a magical pipe. The pipe is really just a Bifrost from the Thor movies. How original. Mario and Luigi are separated. Luigi gets shit on right away because nobody cares about Luigi, and neither does Mario, because as soon as he gets to the Mushroom Kingdom, he meets Toad, who, by the way, doesn't know Peach personally, but takes Mario to see her because she might be able to help him find Luigi. She agrees to help Mario only if he helps her take down Bowser. But before we do that, Mario has to prove himself to her by completing this obstacle course. Luigi is not important anymore, and the characters don't care or even know the condition Luigi might be in because Mario spends the next 24 hours trying to complete this obstacle course that literally has no benefit to him being able to save Luigi, except it only serves the movie as a nostalgia trip and a callback to the original games. So Mario and Peach finally decide they need to go to the Jungle Kingdom to get help from the Kongs to defeat Bowser. They take God knows how long and travel through all these different kingdoms to get to the Jungle Kingdom, and when they get there, we're graced by Take On Me by Aha. While they hitch a ride with one of the Kongs on his own personal go-kart. Yeah, that makes complete sense. Why do my ears have to bleed listening to Take On Me while Kong drives like a drunken asshole to meet up with Cranky Kong and ask him for help? So the cranky fucker agrees to help only if Mario defeats his son Donkey Kong in a literal fight. Mario wins! Surprise! So now they have to help, and not just help, but you get your own custom go-kart for free because the plot says they need to do this, so they have a reason to go onto the Rainbow Road so they can cut off Bowser and catch him by surprise, but that doesn't work because the Koopas have lookouts, and they see the Kong army coming and notify Bowser, the Koopas attack on the Rainbow Road, but never fear because Mario is like fucking dominoes. Mario is like Dominic Toretto in this movie, whoops some Koopa ass for a bit. It's fucking ridiculous. And Mario and Donkey Kong end up getting bombed by a blue shell that destroys part of the Rainbow Road. So now the Kong army is stuck on the Rainbow Road, and then they get like taken prisoner one by one by flying Koopas, except for Peach and Toad. They don't get caught. So Peach and Toad hightail it back to the Mushroom Kingdom to warn the other Toads. Yeah, the Mushroom Kingdom is just a giant population of Toads. So Peach is like, yeah, we fucked up and Bowser's coming, but I will protect you. Bowser shows up and is super thirsty and confesses his love for Peach and asks her to marry him. Like, damn, dude, like, Slow down. You don't even know her. But Bowser wants him some Peach booty, and naturally Peach is like, nah, homie, I would never marry you. And Bowser's like, I'll kill Toad if you don't. And she's like, okay, man, I'll marry you. Now, this whole time, Luigi's been held captive by Bowser. He's in a bird cage hanging over a lake of lava with everyone else. Donkey Kong and Mario get eaten by a whale Loch Ness monster thing after they got blue shell bombed on Rainbow Road. They escape only because Plot blast off like Jimmy Neutron on a barrel rocket.
3, 2, 1.
Got a blast!
So Bowser has got this whole wedding set up and is like, in honor of you, Princess Peach, I'm going to sacrifice all these poor souls because love makes you do crazy shit. But that plan is foiled by Donkey Kong and Mario with a 3 to 4 minute nostalgia trip of platforming, power-ups, and Mario just doing Mario shit. Princess Peach gets a secret power-up and tells Bowser to fuck all, and Bowser's like, fine, wedding's off. I'm going to grief this whole world, and shoots Bullet Bill into the sky to destroy everything. Mario pokes Bullet Bill in the eye, and Bullet Bill didn't like that and decides to chase Mario, and then Mario has this brilliant plan to go back through the magical tunnel and hopes that it will conveniently destroy Bullet Bill. Guess what? It works! But only after blowing the portals between the two worlds wide open, and in doing so brings Bowser and a lot of the Mushroom Kingdom to the real world where Mario and Luigi, Donkey Kong have their final face-off with Bowser. But Bowser is a straight dog, and nobody stands a chance standing straight up with Bowser. So Mario and Luigi use a star power to handle and dispose of Bowser once and for all. They turn him small, put him in a jar to give to Peach as a pet. Yeah, the movie pretty much ends with a small cameo appearance of Yoshi's Egg. The movie had a budget of a cool $100 million. Not a really big number considering how much it costs to make movies today. The movie did very well, and it made $1.3 billion worldwide. That's a pretty nice return for a movie that's animated, and that's one hell of an accomplishment. Here's the thing. How this movie performed does not tell the whole story. This was a smash and grab for Nintendo and Illumination. Easy money by using this popular IP. It's the same thing with Disney and the new Star Wars garbage they keep spitting out. They use that name to capitalize on profits. It's not about creating a good story. It's about the money. When you look at the movie industry as a whole right now, that's the only idea they have. Reuse original stories and either do reboots of the same story again but with different characters or a different plot. Movies like Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, the Halloween franchise, Tomb Raider, King Kong, Godzilla, Ghostbusters, Batman. They continue to do the same thing. They rinse and repeat. The rinse and repeat formula of cycling through the same stories that nobody's asking for. Check this out. Here's a list of some movies they're rebooting. Dirty Dancing, The Orphanage, Starship Troopers, War Games, Birds, Commando, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Romancing the Stone. Nope, who the fuck wanted a reboot of Romancing the Stone? They're even going to do a reboot of Scarface. What the fuck is going on? This really, in my opinion, all started with the MCU. All right, it's showing no signs of slowing down. Nobody seems to have an original idea anymore. Now, before you try to impale me to a stake like Vlad the Impaler and be like, Angry Television, if you're so smart, why don't you have your own original idea? And you're right. You know what? You're right. Why don't I? Until recently, I've been really trying to figure out how to use what creativity that I have for content creation. I do have some ideas, but I'll be honest, I don't like writing. The last video I did, I actually wrote everything down. And I did the same thing for this video. So it's more just about getting out of my comfort zone and just doing it. The way that the big studios are producing movies now is just lazy. Take a name that already has a good track record and do it again. I feel like that's what they did with the Batman series. Or Spider-Man. The same concept. Actually think about it for a second. When is the last time you saw a well-written movie? In the past 5 years. The last one for me has to be Prey. It's on Hulu. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. I'm not getting paid by Hulu or anything like that to promote the streaming service or the movie. It's a good movie, and I think you should check it out. The Super Mario Bros. Movie wasn't a bad movie. I don't feel complete hatred when watching it, but it's not good either. It's boring. Nothing happens for an hour and 32 minutes. IMDb gave it a 7.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes has half of its audience liking the film at 58%. And Google reviews have 89% liking the movie. I really expected better. I don't understand why the movie is so short. They gloss over a lot here, and the thing that probably bothers me the most is the soundtrack. Why they used needle drops like Battle Without Honor or Humanity or No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Holding Out a Hero or Take On Me by Aha, Thunderstruck by AC/DC, it makes no sense. You have all this original music that belongs to Nintendo that was made specifically for Mario, and you use bands like Electric Blue Light Orchestra and AC/DC to score your Mario movie. What the fuck are you doing? I have to wrap this thing up before the video becomes too long. I wanted to touch on the channel a little. My last video outperformed all my other content by quite a bit. I definitely saw an increase in viewers and even gained a few new subs in the process. And I just want to say I'm super grateful. I'm really excited. Even if it's just a couple hundred views, it's awesome. And I really look forward to creating more content. So that new Barbie movie is coming out, and that's probably going to be my next video. I'm betting on it being pretty decent, but I don't know yet. It could be a straight dumpster fire, but either way, I'm going to be watching it and I'm going to be talking about it. So if you want to see that, subscribe, hit that bell so you can be notified when that content drops. Hit that like button for me. It helps me grow the channel. And if you want to talk some shit down in the comments, be my guest. Guys, until the next time, I'm gone.